We're going to look today at what I think is the quickest way you can shave shots off your score, and that's improve your putting. So the first thing we're going to look at is your setup. Now the number one error I see over thousands of lessons I've given over the years is that players tend to come into the ball a little bit too open. So what that then means is this putter will then go across the golf ball. So it's a bit like on a shot where if you cut across it you'll produce a slice spin. Of course with putting it's not going to be quite as dramatic as that, but what it will do, it'll affect the roll of the ball. So what I tend to see is that players tend to stand quite open to the putts unwittingly, and just to demonstrate this a little bit easier for you to see, I'm going to put this tour stick underneath here. So historically players will do this, they'll come in, put the putter down, and of course they're looking down the line like this, but as you can see from the line of my shoulders, it's quite a long way left. As the putter goes back, it tends to go outside and across. So very similar to a slice. It's coming across the ball, not as dramatic, obviously the ball's not going to bend, but what you'll see when you see it on these slow motion cameras is it's tending to chop across the ball, and of course that all important start line means that we're starting left of where we're actually aiming. So a great way of improving this is changing the way you come into the setup. So if I just demonstrate, if you come in left hand first, you've got yourself set up to there, address it like so, now you can see my shoulders are at this angle, the putter will go back on this line and it'll make a lot squarer movement. And in fact, as an exercise, just putting a shaft or one of these tour sticks underneath your shoulders and making a few strokes is a really nice exercise just in terms of blending the arms and the shoulders together when you come to stroke the putt. Another little thing is grip pressure. Try and keep it middle to light. The other thing I see is obviously we get tied up in what the putt's worth and we end up trying, well, I need to make this one for my birdie, or I need to make it for 2 points or to go one up, and you can see people physically gripping it too hard. So keeping it light in the grip. And one other small tip on the setup, which again you can see at this side, you can see my chin's free of the chest, and now the shoulders have got plenty of space to move the putter up and down. Another thing tension does, brings the chin closer into the body. We tend to hunch, and then again that can tend to make it jerky, along with the hands getting a bit too tight. So hopefully there's a few ideas there for you to take forwards, and then in the next video we'll discuss stroke building.